Little mortal flesh keep silence, and with fear and trembling stand. Ponder nothing earthly minded, for with blessing it is.
Hello everybody. Today's reflection, I'm going to reflect on St. Ignatius of Loyola and a prayer that he gave us 500 years ago that's been quite helpful to many people. St. Ignatius was born a nobleman. He was in the army as a young man, and unfortunately he ran into a cannonball that shattered his leg and put him into rehab for a long time. Back in those days, things didn't happen even as fast as they do today. And while he was there, rehabbing, there were only two books that were available to him. One was a book on Christ, and another was a book on the lives of the saints. And as he reflected on those books, he had a spiritual transformation, and he gave up any interest in the military and came back and developed spiritual exercises which have been used for the last 500 years and been quite a enhancement to the spiritual well-being of many people. One of the things that he does in his spiritual exercises, he has a prayer called the Examen. And it's a way to reflect at the end of the day, although it can be done any time of the day, to see how God is moving in your life and to what God might be trying to tell you through that. It generally has, it's more of an attitude than a particular method. It's a time set aside to be thankful, and it has 5 steps. And people generally go through them pretty much in order. And it takes 10 to 15 minutes, as I said, frequently done at the end of each day. So I'm going to go through a version of the Examen and see if it might be helpful to you. So the first step is to ask God for light. You want to look at the day, through God's eyes, a little broader maybe than your perspective might be. Secondly, you give thanks. You review the events of the day and think of the times that you've been grateful, the times that you've been generous, the times that you can say thanks to God for all the blessings that He gives you in your life. And as you reflect, you review the day, and sometimes the Holy Spirit guides us by the emotions that He gives us as we think about the events of the day. Where were the times when you were consoled? Those holy moments, those times when you were doing exactly what God wanted you to do. As you think on those moments, that's God's way of telling you when you feel that consolation, that's exactly what He wants you to do, and He's encouraging you to do more things like those things. And then where were the times that you were, desolate? The times you felt a little flat or just felt that something was out of kilter? That's God's way of sending you a message that maybe that's not where you're supposed to be in your life, encouraging you to move away from those moments and more towards the moments when you be consoled. Then as you think about the day, the fourth step is to think about the times, that you need to seek forgiveness, the times when you weren't the best version of yourself, the times when maybe you weren't as patient, or the times when you maybe said something that you wish you hadn't said. Reflect on that, ask God for His forgiveness, and possibly even decide that you're going to go and ask for, forgiveness from someone that you may have offended. And then the fifth step is to look towards tomorrow, to say to God, thank you for all the blessings of this day. And as I look ahead, where do you need God's help? Where do you need to ask Him to be with you, to give you strength at times when your strength might be a little bit lacking? And then at the very end, you end with an Our Father, and you rest peacefully for the rest of the evening. It's a great way to reflect on where God is in your life and to grow in that relationship. That's why it's frequently done at the end of the day. Now, there are many options for the Examen. You can go online and just, on Google the Examen, and it'll give you a number of 5-step processes which will take you through this path. But it's a prayer that's helped many people, and I hope that it can help you or maybe some others in your family as well. Have a great day. God bless you.